going on, everybody? On this episode, I'm going to show you the 5 essentials when I'm out on the river that you need to have if you're going after big old cats on the river. These are my 5 essentials. These come in handy, but they are also very well needed. If you guys enjoy this episode, please hit that like and subscribe. Thank you. Number 1 on my list, PFW. PFW is extremely important. Always keep your PFW on you. I know a lot of people, they have PFWs and they bring them along, but they don't wear them. I mean, it's almost pointless to bring a PFW with you and not wear it. And it's also could save your life. PFW is my number 1. Always have. Do not ever go out on the kayak without PFW. Number 2 on my list is a paddle. Paddle is essential. I have a trolling motor on mine, but if you don't, a paddle is essential. Even if you do have a trolling motor, a paddle is still very essential. You need areas where you can paddle to. It also helps you grip things when you're coming to the bank, helps you push off, and it can also still help with steering. But also, if your trolling motor ever dies, you need that way to get back. Number 2, paddle. Number 3 on my list is a shallow anchor pole. Shallow anchor pole makes it so you can come right up on shorelines, anchor up, tie off on a cleat. They're extremely important when you're out on the rivers. You know, there's plenty of spots, plenty of times that you need to be anchored up right on the side. I'm sure my videos have shown that, and they don't always hold in certain places I've been before, but they're extremely important. And to have multiple anchor poles with multiple cleats give you that extra assurance that you're not going to get pulled out by a blue, but it still happens. Just make sure you got them in the ground, pushed in very good, very solid. My anchor poles I make myself, but you can find anchor poles, shallow anchor poles. You can get them off Amazon, you can get them off eBay, you can find them at Cabela's and Bass Pro for kayaks. But I make my own. If you can make it, do it. Number 4 on my list is brush clips. Brush clips are important if you're looking for logs or anything else. Brush piles out in the middle of the river or out further away from the bank. Brush clips are great for holding on to any logs, small logs, big logs, as long as you can find a spot that you can clip off on them and tie off on your cleats. It's always a great idea. Brush clips work great. They're number 4 on my list because shallow anchor pole is a must. These are, in my opinion, still a must if you're, especially for flatheads and you're going after those log jams, but they're not a necessity. But they are still number 4 on my list, and they are ahead of number 5 for the simple reason they still get you to those areas. Number 5 on my list, solid rod holder base. I got fish bite rod holders, but you can get monster rod holders and plenty of other brands of rod holders out there, Smackdown, But get a solid metal rod holder, something that you can also mount. They make good bases now that you can mount to your tracks. You don't need to make a base like I do, you know, but I like having a larger, more secure in-place base. But the bases that they have now for the solid metal rod holders, they work. I've had a couple get pulled off because the way the fish hit, it hit at that side angle just right that it popped them. But they still are very solid, especially if you keep everything in front. These are number 5 on my list, and I'm sure you'll all be surprised that this is number 5. But the other items ahead of the rod holders, they're essential. These aren't. You can hold your rod. You can cast out. You can hold your rod. You don't have to have rod holders. They're just nice. They're convenient, and you can relax while you wait for a bite. But they're still definitely nice to have. And they are number 5 on my list just for that reason. You can hold your rod. I just don't suggest it. Alright. Well, I hope these essential items that I have picked out for going after big old cats are things that you find to be the same and look into getting if you don't already have. And I hope this video helps you out. I really appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe. Thanks.